All right, I'm excited for this video today. So Southpaw v Orthodox. I always love doing these videos and I know a lot of you want these kinds of videos. If I'm Orthodox, how do I beat a Southpaw? If I'm Southpaw, how do I beat an Orthodox? So today we're gonna do a relatively simple combination, but it can get a little bit more complex. So I'll break it down in a second. Number one concept when we're talking about Southpaw v Orthodox, and you hear this a lot on boxing commentary and pundits and experts talking about this concept, but the number one goal when you're a Southpaw against an Orthodox should be to control the front foot. And we'll show you how to do that in a second with this combination we're going to work on. But what does that mean, getting the foot outside of the foot? So if I'm Orthodox for a second and I was boxing Miri's Southpaw, the reason why we want to control the feet first, just so you guys can understand the concepts. So if our feet are on the same line like this, we've both got both punches available. She can land the jab straight, she can land the cross straight, she could land a body shot if you wanted to. Uppercuts are there, like all the punch variety is available in that position, right? The same goes for Orthodox and Southpaw. The minute that I get the foot outside of that foot, right, not only does that keep all my punches available, I can still land my cross, I can land my body shot, I can land my jab, my uppercuts. I've got all my punches right in front of me with that foot outside of that lead foot of my Southpaw opponent. The complete opposite is the case for the opponent. So now all of her punches are at an angle. I'm out of the way of the jab. She has to throw the cross across her body, which will throw her off balance. She's got a long way to go to land the body shot. She's got to get right over there. She's kind of off balance as well. I've immediately got full control of my opponent with just that, my lead foot outside of the opponent's lead foot. Now here's the thing, that's true for both of us, right? So that's why we always talk about, when it's Orthodox v Southpaw, is the battle of the lead foots. And you'll hear that if you watch a lot of boxing, you'll hear that talked about quite a lot. And what tends to happen is they'll stand on the foot, sometimes deliberately, it's illegal, but they'll sometimes see that deliberately to kind of control the opponent. But going back to the point I was making, the same thing, the same concept is true for Miri too. So if she can get her front foot outside of mine, my punches have been taken away and they're now off at an angle. I need to readjust or reset and try and control that foot to get my punches back, but she's got all her punches available. So her foot's outside, she can land straight crosses, she can land hooks, she's close for the body shot. Everything's available, right? She's in a really powerful position. So that's why we talk about the battle of the feet. And I just wanted to explain that before we get into the demonstration of the combo we're gonna go over today, and before we break it down on the mitts as well. So a couple of things, if you are a boxer or you do train boxers or fighters, a tip that can help with this is sometimes what you can do, and we'll touch on this when we get to the combo, is you can deliberately set that up. Right? So if I want Miri to get that false sense of security that she's got the outside foot, if we were boxing right here, I'm just going to let her keep that lead foot outside and make her think, oh, I'm in a good position to throw the punches. And then the minute that she commits, say she throws a jab, right? Boom. Now I'm like, is that false sense of security? It's that chess match. So I'm going to keep that front foot inside, make her think that she's got that lead foot. I'm going to kind of give her that confidence to throw a punch. The minute she does, boom, nope, got you, right? And then I step over that front foot. And the combo we're going to go on to in a second does exactly that. So that's how you can actually set it up, is deliberately keep it on the inside for a little bit and then make them commit and then go to the outside with the foot yourself. All right, so let's get to the combination. The combination is pretty simple, and what we're going to do is we're going to start as if the battle of the feet hasn't been won yet. I'm Orthodox, right? And I'm going to lead off with my jab. So as a Southpaw counter puncher, this is why Southpaws tend to be more counter punchers. Keep that front foot in line, and it's 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be throwing that jab to set something up. So a common punch coming is going to be that lead jab. So we're going to parry it with the front hand, right? So my lead left hand to her right hand. She's parried that jab, but the battle of the feet hasn't been won yet. She's defended the jab. Now she can use that to not only counter, but also get the foot position. So what we're going to do, as soon as she's parried that jab, she's going to jab me right back and step across at the same time. So as you throw the jab, boom, step in. So just step in with the jab and then hold it. So she's parried the jab. Now she's going to step in with that same punch, right? And she's got the foot on the outside. Now from there, boom. So in this position, she's jabbed me right back, which has brought my attention as the opponent now to my head. And I'm like, oh, she's got the counter jab in. Tend to lift those elbows a little bit. She's in a powerful position, and like we just touched on a minute ago, she's got every single punch available, and I'm now on the defensive, and she's got the front foot. So from there, we're just going to throw a straight cross to the body, boom, right down the middle, right? So that step over with the jab, you can see now how that sets up the straight cross to the body. And another thing that you hear a lot of if you watch a lot of boxing is, what's the best punch against a Southpaw or an Orthodox if you're a Southpaw? And they always talk about the straight cross being the main punch that lands. And that's exactly why. So it becomes a battle of the feet, and that's how the foot position sets up that straight cross, whether to the body or to the head. But in this example, we're going to use the body shot. One more time just to break it down, and then we're going to go to the Mittwork side and the coaching side, and we'll show you how it plays out on the mitts. So I'm leading off with my Orthodox jab. She's parried it with the front hand, the right hand, and then jabbed over the top of that, stepped at the same time, and that's opened up that straight cross to the body. All right, so that's how we can get the battle of the foot. So there's the concepts and the combination in a nutshell. Next, we're going to break it down on the mitts. All right, so before we get to the Mittwork tutorial for this combo, just a quick reminder, subscribe to the channel, that way you'll get notified of the videos each week. Hit that bell notification so you're aware of when the new videos are coming out. Any questions you have on any of this stuff, leave them in the comments, I'll get right back to you. All right, so the Mittwork. So Orthodox v Southpaw, I'm standing in that Southpaw stance that we were just working on. I've got the mitts on now, so I'm gonna throw the jab, and I'm aiming it straight at her head. I'm not doing any favors by going up or throwing it kind of half-assed. Throw a good proper jab so your boxer has to actually defend it. Make sure the lead glove is open a little bit, ready for that parry position. The feet kind of in the same line right here because we're working on that step over, so that's pretty important as well. So make sure you're both in a good position, pretty much along the same line. We're gonna lead off with that straight jab. She's gonna parry it with the inside of the glove, and I'm gonna use my right mitt in the Orthodox stance to catch that counter jab. So she's parried with the front hand, jabbed with the front hand and stepped across, and then we want that body shot, right? So I'm keeping the left mitt tight to the stomach right here, ready for it to twist into that straight cross to the body as well. The left mitt is coming in for the jab. As soon as your boxer has parried that, you want to bring that lead mitt right back to the stomach so the whole thing can flow, right? So it's going to be one, catch the Southpaw jab on the right mitt, make sure this is in position so they can see the target and drop in for the cross. All right, so let's try it. So lead foot in position, parry and counter the jab. Good, and again. Good, and just nice and long with that jab. Good, and again, just fully extend that right arm. So I'm making sure my foot's in line, and then good. One more, twist your body on the cross. Yeah, nice, good. So there you have it. That's how you can play it out on the mitts as well. So just showing you which mitts to use and how to catch that combination. So what you can do now with that is make it a little bit more live. So if you are training amateur boxers, fighters, etc., or you want to work with your clients and create a little bit more realistic fight scenario, we can work on that battle of the foot position to start. So what you would train your Southpaw to do is keep that lead foot inside for a second, and then just make me think I've got the foot so we can move around. And she's deliberately letting me get that front foot on the outside, which is going to give me the confidence to throw the jab, and then from there, bang, she's trapped me, she's lured me into that trap, and then she can go and land that jab and the cross to the body. So I'm here, I've got the lead foot, I think I'm in position, I go with the jab, bang, and then that allows her to get that lead foot across and land those power punches. All right, ready? One more time. So we're moving around a little bit. I think I've got the front foot, so I'm going to commit. Good. And again. Good. And then one more. Nice. Good, Mary. Good job. All right. All right, so there you have it. So the actual combination itself is pretty simple. It's just a jab, and it's a defense, and a jab to the head and a cross to the body. But just getting a little bit more intricate and trying to give you guys an understanding of where that foot should be and why that foot should be on the outside and how you can land that cross. So if you are a Southpaw and you're working with Orthodox fighters in the gym, try this one out in your sparring sessions. Leave me some feedback in the comments. If you're a coach and you want to use this with your Southpaws, your Orthodox against Southpaws, great one to try out as well. And if you're just training general population for fitness, this is a great one to increase your client's boxing knowledge and understanding of how boxing really works. And it's a rewarding combo as well, because they're starting to learn how to parry and counter, use the footwork with punches as well. So just overall a great combination you can add into your sessions. Leave me your feedback. Thanks for watching. Check this video out. 2 knockout Southpaw combinations that are very likely to land against an Orthodox boxer as well. See you on the next one.